Hey guys, welcome back to Little Boy Customs. There was mistakes made on the truck, and I'm going to show those to you today. And then I'm also going to show you what I got from Pate Swap Meet for the truck. And then hopefully we're going to start working on filling in the gap underneath the cab right there. That way the cab's completely welded in. So one of the things I've also been working on is getting the truck sanded down for paint because the truck's like 4 different colors or whatever. I can't handle that, so we're gonna have to paint the truck all one color. So I've been sanding all the body panels down in order to get back down to bare metal. We'll primer all this and then we'll paint the entire truck 1, 2 colors, something like that. So the mistake that was made on the truck, one of the things that I really wanted to do was to shorten down the steering column there, because it sticks out about 3 inches further than what I really wanted it to stick out. And so I just thought, because the Grand Marquis steer column was a collapsible steer column and I'd seen other people in YouTube world make them shorter, that I can make mine shorter as well. Well, that didn't work out for me. Apparently all the other guys didn't use the Crown Vic or Grand Marquis front firewall, nor the brake assembly. And so I ran into some problems while I was trying to shorten mine down. I cut all of the bracketry down that was original to the Crown Vic. I did shorten up the column by 3 inches, but the problem is all the linkage down here on the steering column was hitting all of the braking components on the brake. And unless I'm willing to move the brake assembly, power booster, all that stuff, then that's not going to work. The only other thing that I could probably do is if I came up with some sort of a different type of shifter, whether it be in the middle console or something like that, then I'd be able to cut these off and then it would most likely work and fit. But because of that, I have been welding all of the things that I cut on this back on. That way I can just place the steering column back up to where it was, and we'll work back on that at a later date if we decide to go ahead and shorten the column down. Something that I had been looking for, and I was going to go to the wrecking yards in order to find it, was seats. I actually found these while I was out there at Pate Swap Meet, and they came out of a Honda car. Whoever had it ended up reupholstering it, the orange and tan color that you see here. They ran it in a 30 model something or another hot rod car that they had completely redone. They ended up taking the seats out of that car and was going to redo their hot rod, and so they sold these. And I was lucky enough to purchase them. So these are going to be the seats that I use in the cab. They're really, really short. They have no headrest. So I've already put them in the cab once, and the bottom of the seat currently rests like maybe 5 inches below the rear window. So yes, we are going to have to build some frames and that kind of stuff in order to move the seats up higher than what they set, but I'm still going to make it to where the seat sets below the window. That way you don't actually see the seats from the back side of the truck. I think it'll look pretty cool. So what we're going to work on today is this gap right here. As you can see, I need to fill all of this in. So my plan is that I'm going to put metal from here to here and just fill all this in. The wiper motor would stay inside the truck, and that should take care of everything for me. So the first thing I'm going to do in order to weld that up there is I'm going to take all the sheet metal off the front of the truck. 2 reasons there. One, it'll be easier for me to get up there without crawling up on top of the motor and welding. The other thing is I need to take all these off anyway in order to sand them down and get them ready for paint. Alright guys, so I got all the sheet metal off. The only thing I left was the front core support here. And I've really been thinking about how I'm going to do this part here. I would really love for it to be all one piece, but that's just not going to be able to happen, mainly because of all the different angles on this what's on the cab. You got a radius that goes all the way across, and then down below that, the Grand Marquis has a lot of angles that goes up and down as well. So I think my best bet is I'm going to do this in sections. I was originally going to do it all in one piece, but I think the best thing to do now is to just do it in sections. So take a piece of cardboard, stick it up here, and then I'll go on the inside of the cab and trace out my radius that the cab has, and I'll try to trace out this here as well. If that all works out great, then I'll just transfer that over from the cardboard onto some metal, and we'll start patch paneling this all in, and hopefully it all comes out looking good. Got the firewall welded in, looking pretty good. As you can see right here, it goes back up inside the cab a little ways, and then there's a plate back there that finishes out. Reason why I did that is so that the AC could still get the air from this end of it. I'm pretty happy with the way that all turned out, and I'm glad the welding on the cab is finished. All right, guys, that'll wrap everything up for this episode here. We're glad we got the firewall completely done. All right, guys, I'm glad the firewall is completely finished. Now the entire cab is welded in place. Nothing else needs to be welded on it. We still need to make brackets for the seats, and we still need to make a center console. And I think that's about it. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And as always, thanks for watching. All right, guys, if you made it this far in the video, then I'm going to let you in on a little secret that I have planned for that little area right there. As you can see, we haven't finished the bed up yet right here, and we need to put some metal down through there in order to finish the bed up. That way it'll get a good clean look. And this is what I kind of have planned for that area. So if you like the way that looked on the machine, then let me know if you think I should put that there, or if I should put some other kind of lettering there, or if I should just leave it all blank and make it clean looking on the end of it. Either way, let me know. Leave me a comment below. Let me know that you finished watching all the way to this point and what you think I ought to do back here.